From being able to kill any player with a single command, all the way to giving myself unlimited of any fruit. These are some of the most unique and game-breaking commands in a game like Blox fruits. And in today's video, I'll be diving in to show you every command in the game possible. Some commands in this video you've probably never seen me use before because they just simply didn't work in a live game, but I'll be showing you them later in this video. We'll be starting some of the most repetitive commands I've used, working our way up all the way to the more fun, exciting, crazy, game-breaking, awesome commands later in this video. Also, maybe if we get enough likes on this video, I can convince someone to make a video on every admin power and ability in the game. Who knows? Let me know if you want to see something like that in the future by commenting down below. Now, before we begin, there are some commands you've seen the owners pull off, but those are kind of like scripted in things that aren't a real command. You know what I mean? So I might not be able to do them, like giving myself the Betty, aka the famously beloved shotgun, or showcase the meme fruit. But regardless, there's still very cool things you haven't seen before in this video. Starting with the most basic one, the S command. The S command lets me change my level to anything I want. So look, I can change it to 0. I can change it to 5. I can change it to 100. I could change it to 1,000. Not only that, it also changes my stats based on my level to every accumulated thing level into my slot thing. And yeah, you know what I mean? Huh? I can even go to a ridiculous number like 9 billion. And then I can proceed to one-shot this factory right here. Just like that, 1 billion trillion damage. I use this command all the time. So whenever I want to be a low level and not have to fight people at all, I change myself to level 19 because at level 20, that's when you can start enabling PvP and fighting other players. But at level 9 billion, I'm pretty much invincible, except when it comes to water or lava. Oh! Next up. Y'all know this command. I use this command any chance I get to troll people, to give myself materials and money and fragments whenever I need it, or just to like torment. The spawn command. This lets me spawn any mob, any boss, raid boss in the game. And I'm talking about the ones you fight, like these guys. There's no command to make duplicates of NPCs like these ones that you interact with, but for mobs and bosses, yes. So just so we have a big area we could work with, let's say I'd want a simple monkey from the gorilla island in the first sea. We got that. We can even begin spawning a huge number of any boss we want. So let me do that. Okay, I think we got about 500 Captain Elephants right here. Or maybe 300, I don't know, maybe it's less. But you know what I mean. Yo, it's so laggy. Yo, they're moving slow. Why are they waving their weapons like that? Yo, what's my ping at right now? 500 ping. This is like what the average Blox fruit player has to deal with. And they don't even have to face all these bosses. Some people just get ping like this like normal. Well, luckily for me, I have something I could use to fight against that. So I'm just gonna open up this, click on ROBLOX. All right, now we're connected. Okay, that fixed the whole live. And within just a couple of seconds, all that lag was vanquished. We went from 300, around 500 to 80 ping. Listen though, every so often when I'm being ganked by high ping and Blox fruits, I found myself to start using Gear Up. Gear Up resolved all the trouble I go through when I'm trying to PvP or just simply playing the game well, or any game at that really. You guys know how I'm lagging in PvP and always losing, right? It's always because of the lag, but this fixes it. Gear Up has a bunch of features like being latency free, allowing you to be able to switch regions so you can play with your friends across the world without lagging. And also it makes your network connection stable. Also, it's really easy to use. I mean, it just took me one button and it worked out. I mean, this is what worked for me, and to be honest, results could vary based on your location, so let it be known. But if you're someone who struggles with high ping and want to try something to ease all those worries and frustrations, check out Gear Up. See, even right now, it's going lower. I got 69 ping, 70 ping. If any of y'all get lower ping than me, let me know in the comments below. Right now, I'm at 75 and 70, so if you get below 70, let me know. All right, now that I'm good, let me continue checking out the rest of these commands. Next up, I have a command that is for saving lives. Like, I almost just died. Look, I'm about to die. Slash heal. This brings me back all the way to max health without any consequences. Me and Zeolus like to abuse this command because sometimes you guys kind of gank us too hard and like we almost die and we don't want to die yet. So it's not fair. So we kind of abuse that little cheat code to get out of situations like that. But don't tell anyone. Next up, we got the TP command. This lets me TP to anyone I want in the game. So for instance, if I just type TP sub 2, someone's username, it's gonna teleport them right to me. Then we have the polar opposite of that command, which is the bring command. It's shortened by /BR. And when I do it, it lets me bring anyone to me. even if they're on a boat. Next up is the G command. I don't know what the G stands for, but what it basically does, it lets me swap to any fruit anytime I want. So basically having every permanent in the game without actually owning them. I kind of already own a bunch of them, but it also works in combat. So even if I'm in combat, I can swap to any fruit at will. So just like this. So rocket, boom. Then we got dragon, boom. Then spirit, bap, boom. This is probably one of my more favorite commands because it's very convenient for admins like us. Speaking of convenient commands, we also have the race command. This lets me swap to any race I want. So I just swap from human to rabbit. I didn't even have to buy the game pass. I didn't even have to talk to Tor to change my race and give up my 5 million fragments to change races. I could become a shark, human, a ghoul, cyborg, and an angel. This was a pretty simple one, but we also have the rage command, which basically fills my fury meter up with fruits that do have a fury meter. So if I just type /rage, it's gonna fill it up and I can instantly transform. So even if I just spam abilities and my fury meter goes down, I could just simply refill it and keep going without leaving my transformation. But sometimes I kind of overextend it and I accidentally get out of it. We also have the unawaken and awakening commands. So if I type unawakened flame just like this, it's gonna unawaken it. See, everything's unawakened. Then if I go type awaken, just like that, all the skills are awakened. Then we have the all command. This basically gives me everything in the game. So if I'm running out of fragments, if I don't have enough materials, if I don't have enough scrolls, so I just used up some scrolls on my kombucha just so I could show you what I mean. When I do the all command, it'll refresh all those items so I have the max quantity I can hold with them. That's why I'm kind of considered one of the richest in the game, thanks to admin commands. Also, we have the go and VIP command. So what the go command does, it lets me go to any player I want. So if I do something like this, it's gonna say you can't do that because they're in a private server. So in this case, I'll do /VIP Goldhood, aka Hyper J, and teleport into his private server. I'm breaking and entering. See, there we go. We're now in his private server. See what he's doing. Hey, Hyper J. Sorry to disturb you. I can even join random players that I'm not even friended with. So if I do VIP this person, it'll let me join them directly. We're in someone's PS, and as you can tell, I'm not even friends with them. How'd I get in their private server? This is kind of like a good command for like busting criminal Blox players like that are black marketing, that have like a black market farm going on. I kind of use this sometimes for that. And yeah. Next up, we have a kind of more technical command, but it's kind of sick. It lets me customize my gears on my race awakening for any race I play with. So the way it works is I do RT1, I put an input for the first slot, I put an input for the second slot for which gear I want to use, and then for the third number, I'm gonna say, I guess 10 for the duration I want my race awakening to last. And then RT2 lets me fill my rage meter or my awakening meter up, and then it'll let me instantly transform into V4 whenever I want. And as you can tell, it's going down pretty slowly, but with the RT1 command, I could customize the third option to be as long as I want it to be. So for instance, if I do RT1, 2, 1, or 5000, what the 1 does, it's changing what gear I want for my angel race. And then for the 5000, it's going to change how long I could stay in that awakening once I do. So I did that, RT2, transform. And as you can tell, the bar is you can barely tell it's moving down. Yeah, it just moved down a very tiny bit. So it's very, very slow right now. We can just basically stay in this form as long as we want, practically. So we also have the RT3 and the RT4 command. And these are kind of for testing purposes when Race Awakening was still being made. So as you can see, I can't pull this lever for some reason. I lack the strength. But when I suddenly do /RT3, this gives me the power to unlock the lever. And boom! Now we can go through this door and continue on with whatever Race Awakening things we want to do. Yeah. And then the RT4 command, this just simply teleports me to up here to get here quicker. And yeah, that's pretty much all the Race Awakening commands. Next up, we have the I and the I2 command. The I command lets me get myself any accessory in the game. I already had it, but it basically automatically equips it for me as well. The only off-putting part about this command is that you need the exact spelling and capitalization for this one. I don't know that for every accessory. I hardly use this command unless there's a new update and there's an accessory I can't get because I'm too lazy. Then I'll pop it and it'll just instantly give it to me. Yeah. But then the I2 command, this lets me give myself any holdable item in the game. So for instance, if I do I2 fire essence, that's going to give me a copy of the fire essence to get whatever I need, the fighting style. Finally, we have the F command. This is the last of the noob commands that I could be thinking of. The F command lets me just simply swap to any fighting style that I want. Dragon Talon, Electrical, Sanguine Art, Fishman Karate, Death Step, or even Combat, the one fighting style you can never get after you leave it. Yeah. And now finally, we're moving on to the best game-breaking admin commands ever, starting with the fun command. See, if I just type /fun, this makes it so I have 0 cooldown between my abilities, like that. But opfun is a different story. This is the same thing, except this also allows you to use abilities while you're already using those abilities. So, just for example, I just summoned a skyway of portals just from the opfun command. Similarly, we could also toggle it off by doing unopfun, just like to turn it off so that way we can't do it no more, and then we still have our nasty long cooldowns between moves. The next OP command I want to talk about is the B command. This lets me change my bounty to whatever I want. So right now I'm at 10 million. I'm going to change that number to the max bounty, 30 million. Or maybe I want the least amount of bounty, 0. Maybe I want even less than that, -5. And if I want to change my honor, I have to swap to Marine, and then this time do the R command, which is like the same thing, but it's just replaced with R. So right now I'm at 10 million, and I could just do /R, a number, and then it'll change my honor to that for the Marine side. The next awesome command that I love doing is the kick and the ban command. To show off the kick command, it just lets me kick anyone out of any server that I'm in. I gotta do /K and then his exact username. Boom, gone. Boom, gone. Boom, destroyed. I just kicked him out of my server. Like, what the heck are you doing here? No, I'm kidding. I invited him. But then the ban command is the same thing, but it just bans them from the game. I'm not gonna run that on them. Even though I could unban them, it's just a little bit of a hassle. But if you do want to see me use that command, watch my exploiter banning video. There's also these 2 commands that's not really all that special. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have them, but I just thought I might as well show them since this is a command showcasing video, and it's just, I just thought that maybe I should do it so I can fill the video up and make it a little bit longer, and I don't know, maybe it'd be interesting to you guys. But you know what I mean? No. I don't know if you guys do this, but if you do /YouTube, it'll hide your GUI, and if you do /YouTube again, it'll bring it back. So I know sometimes when people run that first command, they don't know how to bring it back. You just gotta type the command again. And then we also have the /shutdown command, except I'm not in a private server at the moment. This only works if you're the owner of a private server. You could shut down your server and not let anyone in it. But enough with that filler. We have the final commands. First, we have the C command. You know this one. This is one of my newest but found commands, granted to me thanks to the Lord Archduke, My Game 43, and Lord Indra. So if I do /C and I type a fruit name, we can get a copy of it. We can also drop it and pick it up, store it. Probably not here because I can't. I can eat it. I can just basically give myself any fruit that I need at the moment, the physical copy of it. I can give myself all these fruits in my backpack and just drop them. This command is what's gonna make me truly the richest player in the game. And if you haven't checked out the other video already, I made a whole video showcasing this command to its fullest potential. I ran some experiments, and I even made a whole bowl of cereal, Blox fruit cereal, using fruits. A giant bowl. Go watch it. And then truly, finally, we have some testing server commands that were just not added to the main game because they're solely made for testing purposes. So for instance, if I run this command, which is /L event 40,000, I think it makes it so the Leviathan event for when we're testing the Leviathan gate to work, it'll happen at those coordinates, 40,000. And then if I do /cord 40,000, it'll teleport me there. So I'm really far right now, as you can tell from the compass. I'm 56,000 meters away from the Tiki outpost. Not 56,000, what am I saying? 5,600. And then we also have a new command, boat Y, which makes it so we can spawn these boat dealers out in the middle of the sea. So I can talk to him, spawn a dinghy, and it'll be right here. Then also I could do something like the /CV command. This lets me spawn any sea event in the game, ranging from the Mirage Island, Leviathan Gate, the Haunted Ship, except I don't exactly remember what the name of the certain events are, so I don't know how to do them. I do know these ones. So doing /CV Mirage Island, if I keep going forward, actually we can't see it because it's out in the distance, but we basically have Mirage Island right in front of us. Boom, it's spawned, it's there. And then from there we can find the advanced fruit dealer. I can check what's in the stock. I can get my race. Oh my god, what's going on? But more fun than that, I can go back over here, spawn a bigger boat, and do /CV Leviathan Gate. And boom, just like that, Leviathan Gate. I can enter it and do the Leviathan boss. Except I still need 5 people to join to do it with. And I don't have any friends. I could just do spawn Terror Shark, but since the Terror Shark is technically a sea event, I could do the same command, it'll spawn it. What, yo, what's going on? Bro, this game's trying to kill me. And yeah, just basically any sea event in the game, I can make it happen with that command. And with that, you have every command in the game that I know of. I'm sure there's a lot of more secret commands I don't really know of from the testing server side of Blox Fruits. I think they were just made for the mere convenience of just making testing things in Blox Fruits a lot quicker and getting the updates delivered faster. But regardless, those are still all the main commands in the game that admins have, or some admins have. If you thought this video was cool and you enjoyed watching, then consider liking the video below and maybe even subscribing. Maybe. And one more thing, maybe I can do a video on every admin ability and power in the game. Maybe if this video gets enough likes, I can do it. And maybe I can convince the special people, aka the owners, which most likely not be able to let me do it because it's a hassle and crazy idea. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned. Bye. Bye.